Dill came to us. He gave us the idea of having Boo Radley come out. Early in the morning, we heard something by the fence. We went to see if it was a puppy Miss Rachel's rat terrier was expecting. Instead, we found somebody sitting in the collards. Sitting down, he wasn't much taller than the plants. We stared at him until he spoke.
Hey!
Well, hey yourself.
I'm Charles Baker Harris. I can read.
So what?
Just thought you'd like to know I can read. Anything needs reading, I can do it.
Well, what are you, about 4 1/2?
Going on 7.
Well, no wonder. Scout Yon has been reading since you was born.
Yep.
Ain't even been to school yet. You look right puny for going on 7.
I'm little, but I'm old.
Why don't you come on over here, Charles Baker Harris? What a funny name.
Is it funnier than yours? Aunt Rachel says your name is Jeremy Atticus Finch.
Ha ha.
At least I can fit my name. Yours longer than you are. About a foot longer, I reckon.
Folks call me Dill.
Where'd you come from, Dill?
Dill was from Meridian, Mississippi, was spending the summer with his aunt, Miss Rachel, and would be spending every summer in Macomb from now on. The Radley place fascinated Dill. In spite of our warnings and explanation, it drew him as the moon draws water, but drew him no nearer than the light pole on the corner, a safe distance from the Radley gate. There he would stand, his arms around the fat pole, staring and wondering. The house was low, was once white with a deep front porch and green shutters, but had long ago darkened to the color of slate-gray yard around it. Rain-rotted shingles drooped over the eaves of the veranda. Oak trees kept the sun away. Inside the house lived a malevolent phantom. People said he existed, but Jim and I never seen him. People said he went out at night when the moon was down and peeped in the windows. The Macomb school grounds adjoined to the back of the Radley lot. From the Radley chicken yard, tall pecan trees stood their fruit in the schoolyard, but the nuts lay untouched by the children. Radley pecans would kill you.
Miss Stephanie Crawford says she woke up in the middle of the night one time and saw him looking straight at her through the window. Said his head was like a skull looking at her. Ain't you ever waked up in the middle of the night and heard him, Dill? He walks like this.
Seen his tracks in our backyard many a morning, and one night I heard him scratching on the back screen door, but he was gone by the time Atticus got here.
Wonder what he looks like.
Boo's about 6.5 feet tall, judging by his tracks. He dines on raw squirrels and any cats that he can catch. That's why his hands are so blood-stained. If you eat any animal raw, you can never wash the blood off. There's a long, jagged scar that runs across his face, and what teeth he has are yellow and rotten. His eyes pop, and he drools most of the time.
Let's try to get him to come out. I'd like to see what he looks like.
Yeah.
Jim said if Dill wanted to get himself killed, all he had to do was go up and knock on the front door. Our first raid came to pass only because Dill bet Jim, the gray ghost, against 2 Tom Swifts, that Jim wouldn't get any further than the Radley gate. In all his life, Jim had never declined to dare. Jim thought all of it for 3 days.
You're scared.
I'm not scared. Just respectful.
You're too scared to even put your big toe in the front yard.
I reckon I'm not. I walk past the Radley place every school day of my whole life.
Always running.
But Dill got him the 3rd day, when he told Jim that folks in Meridian certainly weren't as afraid as folks in Macomb, that he'd never heard such scary folks as the ones in Macomb. This was enough to make Jim march to the corner, where he stopped, leaned against the light pole, watching the gate hanging crazily on its homemade hinge.
I hope you got it through your head that he'll kill each and every one of us, Dill Harris. Now don't blame me when he gouges your eyes out. Remember, you started it.
You're still scared.
It's just that I can't think of a way to make him come out without him getting us. And besides, I have my little sister to think of.
Oh, you say that now. You had me to think of when I dared you to jump off the top of the house, and then you said, well, if I die, what'll become of you? Then you went on and jumped off the top without getting hurt.
You're not going to walk out on a dare, are you? If you are...
Dill, you have to think about these kinds of things. Just let me think a minute. It's kind of like making a turtle come out of its shell.
How's that?
Huh? strike a match under them.
If you set fire to the Radley house, I'm telling Atticus. Atticus!
Striking a match on a turtle is hateful.
It's not hateful. Just persuades them. It's not like we're throwing them into the fire or anything.
How do you know striking a match under them won't hurt them?
Turtles don't feel, stupid.
Have you ever been a turtle?
My stars, Dill. Reckon we could rock it.
I'm gonna say you ran out on a dare, and I'll swap you a copy of the Gray Ghost if you just run up to it and touch the house.
That's all? You sure that's all? You're not gonna go yelling anything else whenever I come back, are you?
From there, Jim, Dill, and I went to the Radley yard.